Good evening and welcome to Celtic Fans TV, full-time reaction to Celtic 5, St Mirren 1. I've got Callum and Martin to go over the game with me today. Martin, a 5-1 win, pretty comfortable today. What's your overall thoughts?
I thought St Mirren came to frustrate and they certainly got stuck in and they didn't try and park the bus either, which was quite pleasing. I thought we were all a wee bit concerned when Kyogo goes off, the talisman goes off and you think, oh, where is O going to come on? Of course he didn't, but Maeda filled the void. And in the second half there was just goals came from here, there and everywhere, so that just proved that we're not solely reliant on Kyogo. I thought overall really good, really strong finish, and again we've been saying this week in week out about what a difference the subs made when they came on. They were all, to a man, they were all excellent, so overall brilliant performance and on the next round.
Yep. Callum, Martin touched on it there with Kyogo going off. I think it was after 15 minutes. We're all kind of hoping that O comes on to get a bit of game time, but Maeda goes through the middle, almost scores a minute after coming on. We don't know the extent of Kyogo's injury yet, but going forward, if he's going to have a spell on the sidelines, who would you like to see? Would you like to see O come in, or would you prefer Maeda to stick on through the middle?
You'd like to see O come in because that's who we replaced him for, Giakoumakis, so it's basically one in, one out. Ange is very trustworthy and he'll only pick the people that he trusts. He never puts in somebody that's like that doesn't play often or that's in the shadows. He brings reliable people that he can trust on, and that's what you've seen. I think everybody expected to, but I was sitting there going, he's never going to do it. He's going to bring on somebody like a Hax Bannett, somebody that he will trust and let him play, and then put Maeda through the middle. Maeda gives us a little something different than Kyogo doesn't. Maeda likes to get to the front post, get his head on the end of things. He's not really the cleanest of contact sometimes. He can almost hit that where he hits it, scuffs it, and it's still at his feet and the defender doesn't know what he's doing. I thought maybe in the first 30-35 minutes we were all right, we were comfortable, but I didn't really think we were out of second gear, if I'm honest. I thought St Mirren done all right, they pressed as well, almost like the way sometimes European teams do. They pressed us quite high up the park. Sometimes I'd like to see Celtic miss out that from centre back to left back. You don't need to go to Starfelt. Go for Vickers straight to Taylor and you're out. You see that Leipzig done it to us. I can't remember the boy, but the right back plays it in. He misses the other centre back, goes straight to the left back, and then bang, right across the pitch, and bang, the rat is already. Sometimes we need to treat that like a European game. So when we do get to European games, it's normal. It's normal for us, because I almost felt like we fell into the trap of St Mirren's poorness on the ball, if you want to say. I thought Turnbull was very slack in the first half. I thought he was lucky to stay on the park actually when he came out for the second half. I was quite surprised. So once Ange, Martin, that's who you're reminding of me. Once obviously the second half comes on and we make these subs, as Martin says, it takes us to another level. Like Hatate and O'Reilly are just different class, and that's why they start week in, week out, and Turnbull doesn't.
Martin, Callum mentions David Turnbull there. He kind of stole my thunder. I was going to bring him up anyway. The first half wasn't great. It was a bit sluggish. We go in 1-0 at half time, no complaints. For me, the real turning point was a penalty. I seen it from the stands. It was a clear and obvious handball. Ref doesn't spot it in real time. Obviously, they go to VAR. Takes forever. Eventually, the right decision's given. Red card decision. Hatate's obviously on to take the penalty. And to be honest, the game kind of turns for there, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, I think everybody in the stadium thought it was a penalty, and the amount of time it was taken, I think that's the longest I've seen for VAR. I'm probably wrong, but it felt like an eternity. Maybe the fact it was cold and it's a wee bit later on a Saturday, we're all wanting to get up the road. But I thought for me it was a clear penalty, and then of course the red card came with it, which
has to be a red card.
And I think a lot of people weren't realising there and then, immediately just celebrating the penalty, and then the red card came after. But Hatate, I was confident he would score. He's just one of those players, technically gifted. Quite pleased to see he was the one that stepped up. And as you say, thereafter it was just a case of how many. I thought Hatate was absolutely outstanding. He was brilliant. And you miss him when he doesn't play, but when he came on, I mean, Turnbull's not used to starting, but when he has been coming on as a substitute, he's been making an impact, and he's settled into the game. I also thought O'Reilly was fantastic when he came on. What a player he is, eh?
Callum, obviously we need to talk about O. Comes on, a real poacher's goal in my opinion, very similar to a striker that we've just lost. What's your thoughts on his goal? It must get that monkey off his back.
I'm not going to say he feels a bit of pressure, but you always want to score as soon as you play, and he's also had a couple of cameo appearances, and he's just dying for a goal, and you've seen by his celebration there, he's sprinting his heart out, he's so desperate just to do well at the club. You see at the end celebrations as well, with him obviously celebrating. So he obviously likes that part. But what I would say about Ho is he's quite physical, isn't he? He's quite physical. He likes to almost have a player in behind him, turn, and then obviously take a player on. So I think he's going to be a good player for Celtic. He looks promising. What I would say as well is, when I was saying to my dad about Callum McGregor, sometimes you fall into a trap with McGregor where he's always an 8 out of 10, right? He always is, Martin. But I always think the issue with him is sometimes he falls into that trap where he almost goes too sideways all the time. It's just pass. Sometimes I wanted somebody to run through the middle. I missed Tom Rogic today. Somebody that will just take you on the half turn. You're in the middle and sit in and go, oh, you're not going out wide? Oh no, what are we going to do? Because as soon as we get the ball, wide. And it kept doing that. Sometimes you need a number 8, and Hatate and O'Reilly, where do the goals come from? Bang, right in the middle of the park. And I says that about McGregor, has to sometimes not go out wide, take a man on, beat Gogic and get him by. That's where the goal comes from. The ball's out wide, goes into McGregor. McGregor probably should have went bang out wide, but he doesn't. He takes the player on, beats the man, has the shot, keeper spills it, and that's what Hull will do.
Martin, you touched on Matt O'Reilly there. Probably setting a record for the longest time for a midfielder to score a goal for Celtic. I can't remember the exact statistics, but I know he had a record for the most amount of shots for a player this season to finally not score. But must be a good thing for him to score eventually.
I think he is a player that's got it all. He's got composure, he's got a good awareness of what's going on around about him, he's got a great first touch. Just really pleased to see him get that goal, but as you say, surprised that he doesn't get more goals. We have seen a lot of the goals come from midfield, but obviously he's struggled a little bit. But great goal today, great finish, and it'll do his confidence a lot of good, and I'm hoping to see more goals in the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Last point for the day, Callum, man of the match.
I'll go Carter Vickers. I honestly think he's too good for Celtic, and that's probably so to say, but I think he is. He's the best since Van Dijk. Nobody can argue with me on that. He's composed, he's a unit, and I actually scratched my head saying, cheers Spurs, thanks. You just get absolutely roasted off at Leicester Day, 4-1. And they've let this guy come to us. I can't believe that's happened. I really can't. And just quickly on that, Celtic average, I think it's 3.12 goals a game. That means teams need to beat us by 4 goals. You have to score 4 to beat Celtic right now.
Not going to happen,
and we only concede 0.72. And I feel like Martin now with all the stats, right? But honestly, Celtic are way head and shoulders above the rest in this country, in this league. It's too easy. And roll on the treble, we're going for it.
I wish it was easy as that, Martin, man of the match. Carter Vickers, I love him more and more every week, and he's just one of those, defenders don't, unless they're going up and scoring week after week after week, they tend not to get man of the match, but it's so effortless for him. He's such a cracking player, we're lucky to have him. I think we might keep him by virtue of the fact that he was at so many clubs before. He was jumping about here, there and everywhere, not getting game time. And it is interesting, I was thinking that in the game today, where you think some of these players that move on, you look at Tierney, and okay, Tierney might come away with a couple of medals at his time at Arsenal, but he's not getting game time right now, and I'm sure he'll go to another big club and he will get game time. But while you're at Celtic and while you're playing week out in front of these wonderful fans, it's not a bad life, is it? So my man, I was talking to my wee boy at the game about it, it was Carter Vickers, and he did get it at the game, and it's very unusual to try and get it to somebody who's not played 60 minutes plus. But my man of the match today is Hatate. I don't know if you've seen his wee touch in the box, his wee sort of back heel I think it was, and then his other pass for one of the goals. I just thought he got his 2 goals as well, didn't he? I just thought he was excellent. What a player he is. We're lucky to have him, and hopefully he'll be here for a long time.
Good stuff. There you have it, folks. Celtic are through to the quarterfinals of the Scottish Cup. We'll wrap up for the day. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already and subscribe, and we'll see you in the build-up during the week for the game against Aberdeen. Cheers.